Alright, you little Rajis, I am back. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a kind of flawless base Instagram skin worthy skin routine. Basically all my favorite products that I use to create filtered looking skin ready for the gram and just like my full coverage foundation routine. You guys kind of know what I'm talking about. Basically, a real life Facetune. I'm going to be talking you through some skincare all the way through to my favorite products and some techniques in between that I kind of get the best out of the product. So I really hope you guys enjoy this video and find it useful. I'm going to be using some hyped about products as well that I know you guys are going to want to see in action. So if that sounds good, make sure to give this video a thumbs up already so I know you love it. But before we get cracking, it's time for our notification bell shout out time. Shout out time. Shout out time. Oh yeah. And this week it goes to Monica Grung, I think, who says, subscribed and notification bell is on. You are so beautiful and love the look. From Nepal. Oh my god, Nepal. Thank you so much, Monica. Your comment doesn't go unnoticed and it is highly, highly appreciated. So without further ado, if you want to see what products I used and how I achieved this, I would say, really flawless looking skin base, then please keep on watching. Alright, let's get started. So, if you want your skin to look its best, you have to kind of prep it the best way you can as well. Doesn't matter what product you use, if you've not like prepped your skin right, it's never gonna look as good as you want. And it's especially good to use products tailored to your skin type as well. There's no point using a super hydrating moisturizer because I'm raving about it if you've got really oily skin because you already have enough hydration. So in that scenario, you probably want to use something a little bit more mattifying, less oils, that kind of thing. If you are like me and you have a kind of normal to dry skin, this moisturizer is one of my favorites. It is the Glam Glow Waterburst Hydrated Glow Moisturizer. I'm not 100% sure it's available in the UK yet. I have linked it down below on a Sephora site. It'll definitely be coming very, very soon. There are other kind of alternatives like this. As you can see from the texture, it's one of those kind of like wet to skin moisturizers that, you know, I love. I know Garnier do one. I know Bliss do one. It's that kind of vibe. Smells amazing and just really hydrates my skin perfectly if I know I'm going to be wearing a lot of makeup. Okay, next up is primers. So for primer today, I'm going to be using the Pore Correcting Primer, and this is the hydrating and balanced one. I love primers that are slightly more wet to the skin, just like on my moisturizers, because again, I love to feel the hydration in my skin if I'm going to be wearing a lot of makeup. And I love this one because not only is it really hydrating, it leaves a little bit of a tack afterwards as well. And that's another quality that I love in a primer, when it has a little bit of a tacky finish, because then I know anything that I put on the top is going to be super, like, I don't know, it's going to like cling to it a lot. And I know Pore do a big range of these correcting primers. This just so happens to be the hydrating and balanced one. This is actually oil free and silicone free. So if you do have oily skin, this one still might work for you in the sense that it's not got any added oils in it, it's not got any silicone in it, but it's going to still hydrate your skin, but still hopefully make your makeup last longer. I always kind of like to let my skincare products soak in for a couple of minutes just before I apply my makeup, just so it doesn't just kind of sit. It has a chance for your skin to literally absorb it, take it in, gonna perform the best that it can. So we're just gonna wait like a couple of minutes. So maybe if you're finding that your makeup's not lasting as long and you're thinking, oh, actually when I do apply my skincare and my primer, I literally apply my foundation straight away, that might be the reason why, because your skin's not had a chance to kind of absorb it and take it in, and like it's not ready for you to move on to the next product yet. Maybe you don't have to wait a couple of minutes, but at least like, you know, 30 seconds to 2 minutes at least. Just give your skin a chance to soak it up. Okay, moving on to foundation. I have so many full coverage foundations that I love. I say full coverage just because in order to get that Instagram looking amazing flawless skin, unless you have naturally flawless skin, I feel like something with a bit of coverage is going to really help you give the illusion that you do. And one that I've been loving at the moment that you guys have been so excited for me to try, test and show you is the Makeup Revolution foundation stick. This is only £5. Don't be under the impression that full coverage means it has to be really expensive, because this is incredible. It applies full coverage off the bat. It is a satin finish and it's super creamy and so easy to blend, as you can see. I'm so obsessed with it at the moment. I've only recently got my hands on it and it's become an instant favorite. It is literally that good. It is online on Superdrug now, but I think it's going to be in stores from the 28th of March. So get excited. It comes to America in April. Honestly, like, This stuff is insane. And the way I love to apply this is with anything with like a flat top. So I'm actually using a sponge from Maybelline that has a flat top, but feel free to use like a kabuki brush or something like that. Just anything with a flat top is really just gonna push the product into your skin. Sorry, I don't know why I'm doing that. It's gonna really push the product into your skin and get the maximum amount of coverage from it. I just thought I would take a moment to just kind of zoom in and show you what that looks like. Honestly, I'm so impressed with the coverage. I do love the formula of most foundation sticks anyway. There's some that I don't really like, but honestly, as someone with like dried, dehydrated skin, some foundation sticks can actually be quite dry. This is such a creamy satin formula. Blends like a dream, as you can see, and it's honestly like such an incredible coverage. I'm so excited for you guys to be able to get your hands on it, and you can right now if you order online. I have actually done a swatch video of all 18 shades of this foundation on my Instagram, so go ahead and check that out. I will link it down below. Now moving on to concealer, there are so many amazing concealers out there at the moment, like it's a rock. But one that I've been seeing a lot of Instagram makeup artists use, and one that I know that I used to love and like haven't reached for in a while, but is still so incredible, is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. This one is in the shade Canel. I love, love, love the finish of this. I love the formula. I don't know why I don't reach for this one so much as I do, just because I guess I'm always just testing new ones or whatever, but honestly, loads of people on Instagram use this, normally pro makeup artists, and like when I see the finished skin of like that gorgeous like bronze, like oh, they always seem to have used this. So I've been reaching for this a lot more, and it's safe to say that I've fallen back in love with it. If you've never tried a NARS concealer before, or actually their new Longwear Radiant Foundation is also bomb.com. Definitely go in and give it a swatch. They have an amazing color range as well. I love, love, love the formula of this, and they actually do like mini travel size versions. So if you're a little nervous to take the plunge and spend that money instantly, there's a little travel size version as well, so you can test it before you buy it. What I also love about that concealer is that it gives amazing coverage and a really nice kind of glow, but without feeling too thick. There are some concealers that give like obviously amazing coverage, but because they give amazing coverage, it feels really thick and heavy on the skin, and it feels like it's going to crease and all that kind of stuff. So this I feel just sits like comfortably on my skin. Now, I know some people don't necessarily like this step, but I definitely prefer cream contouring over powder contouring. I love a good cream bronze especially, which is kind of what I'm going to be using today. And again, I'm going to be taking the Makeup Revolution foundation stick. This one just in the shade F13, so a little bit darker, just because the blendability is incredible. This is a really like warm, deeper shade. Blends amazingly obviously into the skin. I think it just really warms up the skin, looks so effortless and like lightweight on the skin. I love the appearance of this. I do normally powder contour afterwards because I do like to set the cream in place like you would any other cream on your skin, but this is just going to really help warm up and bronze, and I feel like this just looks a lot more natural than a powder contour and like kind of more that Instagram bronzy glowy skin. As you can see, it's just like blended so effortlessly into the makeup that we were already wearing. I don't feel like it looks too much at all. I feel like the colour is a really nice natural bronze. Kind of just looks like I've got a little bit of a tan, even though I'm from Ireland somewhere along the line, hence the Leary. So I don't tan, not naturally anyway. So yes, these are all the kind of creams for now that we're going to be wearing on the skin. Now we can set everything with a powder. So recently what I've been loving is setting my under eye with a pressed powder and then the rest of my face with a translucent powder. The pressed powder that I've been loving is the Hourglass pressed powder in Diffused Light. I think it's one of their ambient lighting powders. I have so many makeup artist friends that say this is one of their favorite powders to use underneath the eye. It just gives such a gorgeous radiant glow, but also sets your makeup in place and just kind of doesn't allow things to feel too tight or too matte under the eye. It really helps to brighten it as well. The color is, like I said, Diffused Light. It's quite a pale shade, but the pigmentation of the color isn't so strong that it's going to be like super white under your eyes. It's honestly so natural. It feels so comfortable underneath the eye, so I just kind of like to keep it bright under there, and this really allows me to do so. So I essentially just applied this to everywhere that I applied the highlight and I want to keep bright. And then I take the Beauty Bakery setting powder. This is their translucent shade. They do actually do a colored version of this if you're slightly deeper or maybe have a slightly pinker undertone, or like they do cater for undertones, but this is obviously just the more the universal one that anyone can use because it's translucent. This honestly just sets everything in place and makes you look airbrushed, flawless, looks amazing in pictures as well. So again, perfect for if you take a lot of Instagram pictures. So I'm basically just going to be putting this anywhere that I want to kind of bake and set, and I know personally that maybe I get like a little bit sweaty or makeup is prone to come off. I use this for that. Now, before moving on to the rest of the face products, I do like at this point to go in with a little bit of Fix Plus from MAC, one of my favorite products of all time to use while doing skin. You could use it at any step of your skin routine. It just kind of helps to really refresh your face, make sure everything's kind of locked in place, and it's really good at getting rid of that powdery finish in the skin. So just before I move on with the rest of the skin products, I'm just gonna give myself a few spritz of this, and this is in the coconut scent. They obviously have two other scents, lavender and rose, and they also have the original one, which just naturally it smells incredible on its own. I just thought I would zoom in and show you the skin at this stage before we continue with the face products. I feel super comfortable in this. It doesn't feel too heavy. That Fix Plus does really help to kind of maybe get rid of that powdery finish and not, even though we're wearing a lot of makeup, not let it feel that way. So yeah, this is what my skin looks like right now. So moving on to kind of more the finishing products, I like to call them. So, you know, our bronzer, blusher, and highlighter. I'm going to be taking the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil Bronzer. This is one of my fave bronzers of all time. It's of a slightly cooler, lighter nature, so perfect for kind of setting what we already had on the face in terms of the cream contouring, but then just adding a little bit further depth in the hollows of our cheeks without the color being too intense or too orange or anything like that. Plus, this smells incredible. This is obviously their new formulated revamped one. It does exist already and smell amazing, but they've got this new packaging out, which I feel is coming very, very soon. But if you have the old packaging, this is still the same bronzer. They've just kind of, you know, revamped it up. Now, for blusher, I'm very kind of picky when it comes to my blusher, in the sense I don't like anything too pink. I love a warm tone. I love just something that's going to complement my skin. And I found this blusher is kind of one that complements everyone's skin. It is the NARS Orgasm Blusher, which looks like this. It is of a pinker nature, but there's gold reflex running through it, which I think looks so gorgeous and glowy on the skin. I love the pigmentation of this. It's not too pigmented, therefore I can really control the amount that I put on my skin. It's almost like a cool tone pink, but with warmth running through it. That's why I feel like it goes with everyone and complements everyone's skin tone, because the warmth in it will bring out my eye color or someone with green eyes color, but the kind of cooler tone of the pink would really make brown eyes pop as well. So honestly, this is just an amazing blusher to have, and I feel like it's an iconic one as well. And finally, obvi, there is so many incredible highlighters out at the moment, but I'm going to show you a technique that really makes your highlight pop, especially for Instagram pics. You obviously want it to be blinding and you want to tag that account to say, bitch, look what you made me do. So what I love to do is use a liquid highlighter and a loose powder highlighter, and the combination of them together just is blinding. So the combination I have chosen to use today is the Maybelline Master Strobe Liquid in Nude. I love this one. I used it in my dupes video as well for the Anastasia Beverly Hills Liquid Illuminator in Peach Fizz. They're honestly so similar, but obviously this one is a lot more affordable and possibly a lot more accessible for a lot of people. I just love the color of this. It really blends effortlessly onto the skin. It makes the perfect base for applying either loose highlighters or pressed powder highlighters on the top. I just love it. It's a really universal colour as well. And finally, like I said, after applying the cream highlighter, I love to go in with a loose powder highlighter, just because the loose pigments of it really cling to the cream and just look so bright and so blinding. And this is the Artist Couture Diamond Powder in Cocoa Bling, which is actually now available on Beauty Bay, which is so exciting for us in the UK, because this was really hard to get hold of before. I only actually previously had one of these products before because I bought it in America. So shout out to you, Beauty Bay, for providing us with the goods. I love the Anastasia Beverly Hills highlighting brush to apply it, because I kind of really just like press it onto the skin, you know, really just kind of like dab it on, and it's really good for buffing as well and just getting the most out of the loose product. Actually, this is the final step. It's not going to be a Rachel Leary skin tutorial without a shimmery bronzer. And this is, again, one of my favorites. It is the Beauty Bakery Loose Powder Illuminator in the color So, or is it Frozen? I think it might be called Frozen or So Icy. I think it's the color Frozen, actually. It's a really gorgeous bronze color. And I just love to take a big brush with this and just go around the perimeters of my face, and it just gives the most gorgeous glow and really blends the highlighter into our contour or bronzer and just really ties the whole thing together. And the final step is to, again, I'm going to go back in with my Fix Plus. You could use a full-on like setting spray if you wish, but I just love the way that Fix Plus makes my makeup look and the way that it makes my makeup last. It's not necessarily a setting spray, but I don't know, I just find that it does make my makeup last a lot longer, and it also kind of like fixes my makeup too. So go ahead and douse yourself in this now, bitch. Drown. So this is the finished Instagram skin looking tutorial. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you love these kind of singular focus videos, make sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe for more so you don't miss them. Make sure you hit that notification bell and leave me some video suggestion comments down below. I always love reading them and knowing what you guys want to see. Next week's a little bit stressful to me. I am moving, so the content may differ just because of my Wi-Fi situation, my camera, like everything moving. Oh, but we will try, so make sure you're following me on my other socials as well so you stay updated and don't miss anything. But until the next video, I will see you then. Bye guys!